What is up guys, I'm Julius and today I'll be teaching how to do these awesome split screen transitions in Adobe Premiere Pro. So I've prepared a sequence here with 2 clips which I will be showcasing the transition on. And before people write this, Storysium did a similar tutorial. Yes he did, but I figured out a simpler way to do it than him, and that's the beautiful thing about editing in the YouTube editing community. So all credit to him, but here is my take on the transition. So I'm gonna go to where our clips meet by holding down Shift and pressing the down arrow. Then I'm going to go 40 seconds to the left. You can use the timer here, or you can hold down Shift and press the left arrow key 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 40 frames. I'm going to cut our clip like so. Next up, I'm going to search for an effect called linear wipe. This one, and just apply it to the clip that we just cut. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So on this clip, or with this linear wipe tutorial, this is basically what you use to decide how you want the screen to split. So if it's set to 90 degrees and you put it to 50% completion, then you can imagine that it's going to be a horizontal split, right? But if we change the wipe angle to 0, then there will be a vertical split. But I want to do a diagonal split because that's a little bit different. So the wipe angle for a diagonal split should be 29.4. And don't ask me how I got this number, but this has something to do with math and how triangle angles are calculated and stuff like that. So that is our first step. Next up, I'm going to search for an effect called transform under the distort and also just apply that. In here, I'm going to check off use composition shutter angle and change the shutter angle to 180. That's nice. Now it is time to keyframe the clip. So I'm going to enable keyframes on position. I will go forward 10 frames like so. And I am going to change the x-axis to 152 and the y-axis to 432. That's nice. And I'm going to go forward 20 frames, 10, 20. And I will click this button here, add keyframes. I will stay here. And I'm going to go forward another 10 frames. And now I will make our split screen come out. So now we have this thing going on here. And this doesn't look like much, but we have the initial animation going, right? And you can also see the shutter angle here playing. So next up, I'm going to click our clip, hold down Alt and drag it up to duplicate it. And I want the opposite wipe angle now. So the opposite is this degrees here plus 180. So that's going to be 209.4. And of course, this will not really work that well, but this is because we need to also change our position here. So our first keyframe is still going to be 960 by 540, but it needs to go in the other direction now. So that's going to be 768 by 748. And then of course, this one is going to be the same. If of course we want it to stay. And then our last one is going to be 0 and then 1080. So now we have this thing going on, right? So now I'm going to select both our clips, drag it up, and the clip that we're going to transition into, drag that underneath. So now we have this thing going on. So it's starting to look like a transition, but we can do one last thing. And that is select the 2 keyframes which starts the transition here. Ease those out, and the other ones ease those in. I'm going to do the same thing for the other clip as well. And that is the transition done. Take a look. But anyways, that was all I had for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, then maybe consider subscribing and dropping a like, and maybe even dropping a comment letting me know which type of tutorial you would like to see next. But anyways, take care guys. Bye bye.